Let's now move on to measurement of mid-upper arm circumference. Mid-upper arm circumference provides information on muscle mass and subcutaneous fat in the arm. Mid-upper arm circumference measurements should always be taken only in the left arm. A non-stretch tape with vernier scale provides more accurate measurement of mid-upper arm circumference, especially in children. How do we take the measurement of mid-upper arm circumference? The person should stand erect but relaxed. The left upper arm should be relaxed and hanging by the side of the body. Identify the tip of the acromion by passing the hand on the spine of the scapula until it reaches the tip. Now request the person to bend the arm at the elbow so that the arm is at 90 degrees from the upper arm. Identify the tip of the olecranon process. Take the zero of the tape and keep it on the acromion tip and take the tape down until the tip of the olecranon is reached. Now find out the total length of the arm and half of that would mark the mid-upper arm. Keep the zero mark of the tape on the acromion and mark the midpoint in the length between the tip of the acromion and olecranon process on the skin using a soft pen. Wind the vernier tape around the arm with the lower border of the tape lying on the top of the marking on the upper arm. Ensure that the tape lies snugly around the arm by passing the fingers of your hand along the tape. There should be no gap between the tape and the mid-upper arm. The tape should not be wound too tightly, and if it is wound tightly, there will be a bulge in the arm just beyond the tape. These two errors, if they existed, should be corrected before measurements are taken. Insert the free end of the tape into the slot in the vernier tape so that it fits in the middle of the upper arm snugly. Bring the non-stretch tape over the middle of the vernier scale so that circumferential measurement is taken without any obliquity. Hold the left end of the vernier scale with the right thumb and forefinger. Hold the right end of the vernier scale with the non-stretch tape stretched over the middle of it. Read the measurement at the zero marking of the vernier scale. In this person, the mid-upper arm circumference is 23 centimeters. How do we measure waist circumference? Waist circumference is a useful indicator for assessing abdominal adiposity. A person with a wider waist circumference as compared to hip circumference is at a greater risk of non-communicable disease. Using a tape with a vernier scale prevents obliquity in measuring waist and hip circumference and also makes the reading somewhat more accurate because of avoidance of obliquity. In addition, it allows the investigator to read the marking from a distance, leaving a space between the investigator and the person being measured so that both feel comfortable. For measurement of waist circumference, people can continue to wear thin clothes as they wear in summer. The person who is measuring should stand in front of the person who is being measured. Person measured should stand straight with weight evenly distributed on both the feet. How do we identify the weight? The most pragmatic and feasible method is to say waist is the smallest circumference in the trunk between costal margin and iliac crest. At this smallest circumference, wind the tape horizontally. The tape should not have any obliquity. Check that the tape is wound snugly around the waist, and at the same time ensure that it does not compress soft tissues. Pass the finger along the tape. There should be no gap between tape and waist. If the tape is wound too tightly, there will be a bulge in the abdomen just beyond the tape. Correct this. Any deviation from the horizontal plane is eliminated by ensuring that the tape lies horizontally on the vernier scale. Circumference can be readily and accurately read now. The tape crosses the 0 at 59 and the mark 8 in the vernier tape coincides with the centimeter mark on the main tape. So, this person's waist circumference is 59.8 centimeters. Hip circumference can also be measured over thin clothes worn in summer, but should be avoided whenever thicker clothes are worn, as in winter time. Person measuring hip circumference should stand on one side of the person being measured so that they could look both in the front and in the back of the person being measured simultaneously. The person being measured should stand straight with the weight evenly distributed on both the feet. Hip is identified as the largest circumference in the hip region. The tape should be wound horizontally. There should not be any obliquity. This may present major problems if we are measuring obese people, where a fold of abdomen often falls in front of the pubic bone. The tape should be wound snugly around the hip but should not compress the soft tissue. As has been explained earlier, pass the finger of your hand along the tape. There should be no gap between the tape and the hip, and there should be no bulge of the soft tissue just beyond the tape. Try to eliminate as much of the deviation from horizontal plane as possible by ensuring the tape lies horizontally on the vernier scale. Hip circumference can readily and accurately be measured. In this person, the hip circumference is 84.2 centimeters.